Did you know that your trusted morning orange juice could be silently sabotaging your kidneys right now? While you're diligently drinking 8 glasses of water and switching to diet soda, thinking you've outsmarted sugar, the latest research reveals a shocking truth. Some of our most trusted daily beverages are actually triggering proteinuria behind the scenes. Proteinuria, the presence of excess protein in urine, serves as an early warning system that your kidneys are under siege. A 2023 study analyzing over 200,000 people found that certain beverages we consider healthy can increase chronic kidney disease risk by up to 52%. Even more alarming, kidney damage from these drinks often occurs silently for years before symptoms appear. Today, we're exposing 4 dangerous drinks that could be attacking your kidneys every single day, plus revealing 3 scientifically proven hero beverages that can help reverse the damage. The number 1 hero sitting in your kitchen right now isn't just effective, it's backed by research showing it can reduce kidney disease risk by 28%. The scope of this problem extends far beyond what most people realize. Chronic kidney disease now affects over 37 million Americans, yet 90% don't even know they have it. This silent epidemic isn't just about genetics or aging, it's about the daily choices we make without understanding their true impact. The beverages we trust most are often the ones doing the most damage. That morning glass of orange juice packs 21 grams of fructose that overwhelms your kidney's filtration system. Your 8 daily glasses of water might be helping, but if you're simultaneously consuming kidney toxins, you're essentially trying to put out a fire while pouring gasoline on it. The diet soda switch you made to avoid sugar. Research now shows artificial sweeteners create their own assault on kidney function, potentially worse than the sugar they replace. The real tragedy is that kidney damage accumulates silently. By the time you notice symptoms like swelling, fatigue, or changes in urination, you may have already lost 60–70% of kidney function. But here's the encouraging truth. Your kidneys have remarkable regenerative capacity when you remove the threats and provide the right support. The 3 hero drinks we'll reveal can actually help damaged kidneys begin healing themselves. Number 4, energy drinks. Energy drinks represent one of the most dangerous beverage categories for kidney health, primarily due to their ability to trigger acute kidney injury within days of consumption. A comprehensive systematic review published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine identified acute kidney injury as the most common kidney-related outcome of energy drink consumption, accounting for 57% of all reported cases. The mechanism isn't mysterious. It's a calculated assault involving multiple dangerous compounds working in deadly synergy. The sugar content alone creates metabolic chaos. A standard 16-ounce energy drink contains 40–55 grams of sugar, with extreme versions reaching 78 grams. To put this in perspective, the American Heart Association recommends adults consume no more than 25–36 grams of added sugar per entire day. One energy drink delivers triple this amount in a single serving. This massive sugar load, primarily high fructose corn syrup, triggers what researchers call sugar shock, an immediate spike in blood glucose that forces kidneys into hyperfiltration mode, dramatically increasing the risk of protein spillage into urine. Simultaneously, the caffeine content creates cardiovascular stress that compounds kidney damage. Most energy drinks contain 160 to 300 milligrams of caffeine per serving, with some reaching 350 milligrams. Health experts recommend no more than 400 milligrams of caffeine per day total, meaning one can consumes nearly your entire daily allowance. This massive caffeine dose doesn't just provide energy, it constricts blood vessels, spikes blood pressure, and forces kidneys to filter blood under dangerous pressure conditions. The real danger emerges when these compounds combine with other stimulants like taurine and guarana. A 2019 study published in Frontiers in Public Health documented how this combination creates exponential, not additive, damage. The synergistic effect overwhelms the body's protective mechanisms, leading to what researchers term energy drink nephrotoxicity. Case reports document previously healthy young adults developing acute kidney injury after consuming just 2 to 3 cans daily for 1 week. Energy drinks also contain high levels of phosphorus and sodium from preservatives and flavor enhancers. For kidneys already stressed by sugar and caffeine, these additional minerals create further filtration burden. A 2025 case report in the American Journal of Emergency Medicine documented a 20-year-old college student who developed acute kidney injury, requiring hospitalization after consuming 6 energy drinks daily for 7 days during finals week. The hidden sources of this danger extend beyond obvious energy drink brands. Pre-workout supplements, energy shots, and even some enhanced waters contain similar dangerous combinations. Always check labels for caffeine content exceeding 100 milligrams or sugar content above 15 grams. These are red flags for kidney toxicity. Number 3. Alcoholic beverages. Alcohol presents a complex paradox for kidney health, following what researchers call the J-curve effect, a pattern that initially appears protective at very low doses, but becomes increasingly dangerous as consumption rises. A massive 2023 meta-analysis combining 11 studies involving over 14.6 million participants revealed this puzzling relationship. Light drinking of 12 grams per day or less, roughly equivalent to 1 standard drink, was associated with a 13% lower risk of proteinuria compared to complete abstainers. However, this apparent protection disappears rapidly as consumption increases. The same study found that heavy drinking of 36 to 60 grams daily increased proteinuria risk by 9% compared to non-drinkers. This narrow protective window creates a dangerous illusion that moderate drinking benefits kidney health, when the reality is far more complex and risky. The mechanism by which alcohol damages kidneys involves a 2-pronged attack that becomes more severe with increased consumption. First, alcohol acts as a powerful diuretic, increasing urine production and creating chronic dehydration. This forces kidneys to operate under low-volume, high-stress conditions that can trigger proteinuria as the filtration system becomes overwhelmed. A study published in Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that even moderate dehydration can reduce kidney filtration rate by up to 20%. Second, alcohol creates dangerous blood pressure fluctuations that assault kidney blood vessels. A 2019 study on healthy young men revealed alcohol's biphasic blood pressure effect, initial reduction followed by a rebound spike that persists for hours. This roller coaster pattern forces kidney blood vessels through repeated cycles of constriction and dilation, damaging the delicate filtration units called nephrons. The cardiovascular stress extends beyond blood pressure. The same study documented sustained heart rate elevation lasting hours after alcohol consumption. This forces kidneys to filter blood, moving at accelerated speeds, increasing the likelihood of protein molecules being pushed through damaged filtration barriers. For individuals with existing kidney concerns, hypertension, or those taking medications, even the supposedly protective low-dose alcohol loses its benefits entirely. Compromised kidneys lack the reserve capacity to handle alcohol's dehydrating effects and blood pressure spikes. A 2020 study in Kidney International found that people with stage 3 chronic kidney disease who consumed any alcohol had 23% higher progression rates to advanced kidney disease compared to abstainers. The practical reality means that 12 grams of alcohol, one 12-ounce beer, 5-ounce glass of wine, or 1.5 ounces of spirits represents the absolute maximum for potential kidney protection, and only for individuals with perfectly healthy kidneys. Even within this narrow range, consumption should be occasional, not daily, as the protective effect appears to come from intermittent, very moderate intake. Number 2, dairy milk. Dairy milk presents perhaps the most challenging revelation because it contradicts decades of nutritional messaging about calcium and protein benefits. However, emerging research reveals that milk's very strengths, high protein content and mineral density, can become significant liabilities for kidney health, particularly in older adults and those with compromised kidney function. The protein problem stems from milk's animal protein content, approximately 8 grams per cup, which creates what researchers call acid loading. Unlike plant proteins, animal proteins generate acid byproducts during metabolism that kidneys must neutralize and eliminate. This process, documented in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology, forces kidneys into a state of hyperfiltration, working harder to clear the acid waste, which increases pressure within kidney filtration units and can trigger protein spillage into urine. A 2021 study following 3,000 adults over 15 years found that those consuming more than 2 glasses of milk daily had 25% higher rates of proteinuria development compared to those consuming less than 1 glass weekly. The mechanism involves increased intraglomerular pressure. Essentially, milk protein forces kidney filters to work under dangerous pressure conditions that can cause structural damage over time. The mineral overload presents an equally serious threat. 1 glass of 2% milk contains over 250 milligrams of phosphorus and 383 milligrams of potassium. For healthy kidneys, processing these minerals is routine. However, for kidneys operating at reduced capacity, common in adults over 60, or those with early-stage chronic kidney disease, this mineral load becomes a constant burden rather than a nutritional benefit. Excess phosphorus creates cascading health problems beyond kidney strain. When kidneys can't efficiently eliminate phosphorus, blood levels rise, disrupting calcium metabolism and causing calcium deposits in arteries. This process, called vascular calcification, essentially transforms flexible blood vessels into rigid pipes, dramatically increasing cardiovascular disease risk. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Nephrology found that elevated phosphorus levels, even within normal ranges, increased kidney disease progression by 18%. Potassium presents more immediate dangers. While healthy kidneys regulate potassium efficiently, compromised kidneys can allow dangerous accumulation in blood. Hyperkalemia, elevated blood potassium, can cause life-threatening heart rhythm disturbances and cardiac arrest. The National Kidney Foundation identifies dairy products as primary sources of dietary phosphorus and potassium that patients with kidney disease must carefully limit. The processing of modern dairy compounds these problems. Milk contains added phosphorus from preservatives and stabilizers that's more readily absorbed than natural phosphorus, creating greater kidney burden. Even skim milk, often promoted as healthier, contains higher potassium levels, 409 milligrams per glass, than whole milk, making it potentially more dangerous for kidney health. This extends beyond liquid milk to all dairy products. Yogurt, cheese, ice cream, and processed dairy foods contain concentrated levels of phosphorus and potassium, often with additional phosphorus from processing aids. A single serving of Greek yogurt can contain over 300 milligrams of phosphorus and 400 milligrams of potassium, levels that approach daily limits for kidney patients. Number 1. Sugar-sweetened beverages. Sugar-sweetened beverages represent the single greatest dietary threat to kidney health, encompassing far more than just sodas. This category includes fruit punches, sweetened iced teas, sports drinks, flavored waters, and even seemingly healthy options like vitamin waters and enhanced beverages. The danger lies not just in the sugar content, but in the specific type of sugar and the metabolic chaos it creates within kidney tissue. The primary villain is fructose, which comprises roughly half of the sugar in most sweetened beverages through high fructose corn syrup or table sugar. Unlike glucose, which can be metabolized by virtually every cell in your body, fructose must be processed almost exclusively by the liver and kidneys. This creates what researchers call fructose overload syndrome, a condition where these organs become overwhelmed by processing demands that exceed their capacity. A groundbreaking 2024 study using UK Biobank data followed nearly 200,000 people for over a decade, revealing that consuming just one sugar-sweetened beverage daily increased chronic kidney disease risk by 45%. This isn't about occasional indulgence. This represents regular consumption of a single 12-ounce serving per day, roughly equivalent to 1 can of soda or a bottle of sweetened iced tea. The mechanism involves multiple simultaneous attacks on kidney function. When fructose reaches kidney cells, it triggers rapid ATP depletion, essentially draining cellular energy reserves needed for normal filtration functions. This energy crisis forces kidney cells into survival mode, reducing their ability to maintain proper filtration barriers and allowing proteins to leak into urine. Additionally, fructose metabolism generates uric acid as a waste product, which is directly toxic to kidney tubule cells and can cause inflammation and scarring. The blood sugar spikes from these beverages create additional damage through a process called glycosylation, where sugar molecules bind to kidney proteins and alter their structure and function. This process, measured through tests like hemoglobin A1C, represents cumulative damage that worsens with each sugar spike. Research published in Diabetes Care found that even non-diabetic individuals with higher glycosylation levels had 60% higher rates of kidney disease development. Perhaps most shocking, the 2024 UK Biobank study revealed that artificially sweetened beverages were actually worse for kidney health, increasing chronic kidney disease risk by 52%, compared to the 45% increase from sugar-sweetened versions. This finding demolishes the assumption that diet sodas represent a safe alternative. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose appear to disrupt kidney cellular function through different mechanisms, potentially altering gut bacteria in ways that increase inflammation and kidney stress. The vascular effects compound the cellular damage. Sugar-sweetened beverages cause immediate constriction of kidney blood vessels, reducing blood flow and oxygen delivery to kidney tissue. A study in the American Journal of Physiology found that a single 20-ounce soda reduced kidney blood flow by 18% within 1 hour of consumption. When this vascular constriction occurs repeatedly, as with daily consumption, it can lead to permanent structural changes in kidney blood vessels. Sports drinks deserve special mention because they're often perceived as healthy hydration options. While they may serve a purpose during intense exercise lasting over 90 minutes, their sugar content, typically 14-17 grams per 8 ounces, makes them kidney toxins when consumed casually. The added electrolytes don't offset the fructose damage. They simply provide additional sodium and potassium that stressed kidneys must process. The hidden sources of sugar-sweetened beverages extend throughout the modern food supply. Flavored waters, enhanced beverages, kombucha, and even some plant-based milk alternatives contain added sugars that trigger the same kidney-damaging mechanisms. Always check nutrition labels for added sugars, high fructose corn syrup, or any ingredient ending in -ose. These indicate fructose-containing sweeteners that pose kidney risks. The devastating reality is that kidney damage from sugar-sweetened beverages accumulates silently over years or decades. Unlike acute injuries that produce immediate symptoms, this chronic damage progresses until kidneys lose significant function. By the time symptoms like swelling, fatigue, or changes in urination appear, irreversible damage has already occurred. Processing all this information about hidden threats to your kidneys can feel overwhelming, but understanding these dangers represents the first step toward protection. The beverages we've exposed, energy drinks, alcohol, dairy milk, and sugar-sweetened beverages, don't have to control your health destiny. For every threat we've identified, science has revealed powerful allies that can help heal and protect your kidneys. Number 3, homemade lemonade. Fresh lemon water represents one of nature's most elegant solutions for kidney protection, operating through a sophisticated biochemical mechanism that prevents one of the most dangerous complications of kidney disease: kidney stones. For individuals already showing signs of proteinuria, preventing stone formation becomes absolutely critical, as stones can trigger acute damage on top of existing chronic disease. The hero compound is citrate, a naturally occurring organic acid found in high concentrations in fresh lemons. Citrate functions as what researchers call a crystallization inhibitor. It prevents the formation of calcium oxalate crystals, which comprise roughly 80% of all kidney stones. The mechanism is elegantly simple. Citrate binds with calcium in urine before it can combine with oxalate, forming soluble calcium citrate complexes that remain harmlessly dissolved and are easily eliminated. A 2017 meta-analysis published in the European Journal of Nutrition reviewed multiple clinical trials and confirmed that citrus consumption significantly increases urinary citrate levels, with lemon showing the highest citrate content among citrus fruits. The study found that consuming the equivalent of half a lemon daily increased protective citrate levels by an average of 40% within just 2 weeks. Beyond stone prevention, lemon water creates beneficial changes in urine chemistry that support overall kidney health. Fresh lemon juice gently alkalinizes urine, raising its pH from acidic toward neutral. This pH shift creates a less hospitable environment for uric acid stones, which thrive in acidic conditions, and reduces the burden on kidneys to buffer excess dietary acid. Research published in Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that individuals with more alkaline urine had 23% lower rates of kidney disease progression. The effectiveness isn't theoretical, it's measurable in real-world outcomes. A 2021 randomized controlled trial followed 203 patients with recurrent calcium oxalate stones for 2 years. Participants who added 120 milliliters of fresh lemon juice daily to their standard diet showed significant improvements in urinary citrate levels and had fewer stone episodes compared to controls following standard dietary recommendations alone. However, the critical distinction lies in preparation method. Commercial lemonades are essentially sugar-sweetened beverages disguised as healthy options, containing 20 to 30 grams of added sugar that completely negates any kidney benefits. These processed versions often use citric acid instead of fresh lemon juice, providing acidity without the beneficial citrate compounds. The sugar content triggers the same kidney-damaging mechanisms we discussed with other sweetened beverages. Fresh lemon water requires simply the juice of half a fresh lemon, approximately 2 tablespoons, in 8 to 12 ounces of water. This provides roughly 200–300 milligrams of natural citrate, along with vitamin C and other beneficial compounds found in fresh citrus. The timing doesn't appear critical. Benefits accrue whether consumed in morning, throughout the day, or with meals. To protect tooth enamel from citric acid exposure, drink through a straw and rinse your mouth with plain water afterward. Some people find fresh lemon water easier to tolerate when slightly diluted or consumed with meals to reduce acidity. The key is consistency. Daily consumption appears necessary to maintain elevated urinary citrate levels that provide stone protection. Number 2, green tea. Green tea operates as a multifaceted kidney protector through its unique concentration of polyphenol compounds, particularly epigallocatechin gallate, commonly known as EGCG. This powerful antioxidant functions like an elite cellular defense system, neutralizing the inflammatory processes that drive kidney damage while simultaneously strengthening cellular protective mechanisms. The anti-inflammatory effects represent green tea's primary kidney protective mechanism. Chronic inflammation, measured through markers like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, drives the progressive scarring and functional decline seen in kidney disease. EGCG directly inhibits nuclear factor kappa B, a master inflammatory switch that controls the production of inflammatory molecules within kidney cells. By blocking this switch, green tea essentially turns off the inflammatory cascade that leads to protein spillage and kidney scarring. Beyond inflammation control, EGCG activates cellular protective pathways through a process called hormesis, low-level beneficial stress that strengthens cellular defenses. Research published in Free Radical Biology and Medicine found that EGCG activates NRF2, a cellular transcription factor that increases production of antioxidant enzymes. This creates a protective shield within kidney cells that helps them resist future oxidative damage. The most compelling evidence comes from Mendelian randomization studies, which examine people born with genetic variants that predispose them to higher tea consumption. Since these genetic differences are randomly inherited and separate from lifestyle factors, researchers can isolate tea's true effects on kidney health. A 2020 study published in Nutrients found that each additional cup of tea daily was associated with nearly 20% lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease stages 3–5, along with significantly better kidney function markers. Real-world data confirms these genetic insights. A comprehensive 2025 analysis of over 17,000 people with kidney disease from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey found that those in early stages of chronic kidney disease who consumed up to 4 cups of tea daily had 11% lower risk of death from any cause compared to non-tea drinkers. Even more remarkably, higher tea consumption was associated with 24% lower risk of proteinuria development. The kidney stone prevention benefits add another layer of protection. A 2019 study published in the International Journal of Clinical Practice followed women with calcium-rich urine who were predisposed to stone formation. Those who drank green tea daily had 0 cases of calcium oxalate stones during the study period, compared to 42% of non-tea drinkers who developed stones. The mechanism appears to involve green tea's ability to chelate calcium and reduce its availability for stone formation. However, preparation method critically determines green tea's effectiveness. Water temperature above 80 degrees C, 176 Gov, destroys delicate EGCG compounds, dramatically reducing green tea's protective potential. The optimal preparation involves heating water to just below boiling, then allowing it to cool for 2 to 3 minutes before pouring over tea leaves or bags. Steeping time of 3 to 5 minutes maximizes EGCG extraction without over-extracting bitter tannins. Fresh tea leaves can be re-steeped 2-3 times throughout the day, with each steeping providing additional EGCG compounds while reducing waste. However, avoid the common deception of bottled green teas, which are typically sugar-sweetened beverages that completely negate any potential kidney benefits. A single bottle of commercial green tea often contains 20 to 30 grams of added sugar, transforming a kidney protector into a kidney threat. The dosage appears flexible, with studies showing benefits ranging from 1-4 cups daily. Most research suggests 2-3 cups provide optimal benefits without excessive caffeine intake. For individuals sensitive to caffeine, consuming green tea earlier in the day or choosing decaffeinated versions can provide EGCG benefits without sleep disruption. Number 1. Black coffee. Black coffee represents the most potent kidney protector in your daily routine, backed by some of the strongest epidemiological evidence in nutritional science. The key lies in understanding that coffee isn't a single substance, but a complex mixture of over 1,000 bioactive compounds, with the protective effects primarily driven by powerful antioxidants like chlorogenic acid and melanoidins rather than caffeine alone. The evidence is overwhelming in both scope and consistency. A landmark 2021 meta-analysis published in Clinical Nutrition combined data from 12 separate studies involving over 500,000 individuals worldwide. The results were striking. Coffee drinkers had 14% lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease, with those consuming 2 or more cups daily showing even greater protection than lighter drinkers. The same analysis found coffee consumption linked to 18% lower risk of end-stage kidney disease requiring dialysis or transplant. Perhaps most remarkably, coffee drinkers showed 19% lower risk of proteinuria development and 28% lower risk of death related to kidney disease. These weren't isolated findings. A separate 2020 study confirmed similar protection, showing approximately 13% lower chronic kidney disease risk among habitual coffee drinkers. The consistency across multiple large-scale studies provides confidence that coffee's kidney protective effects are genuine rather than statistical artifacts. The kidney stone prevention benefits add another dimension of protection. A 2022 analysis of nearly 800,000 people published in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases found that those with highest caffeine intake had 32% lower risk of developing kidney stones. The mechanism appears to involve caffeine's ability to increase urine volume and reduce calcium concentration in urine, making stone formation less likely. At the cellular level, coffee's protective mechanisms operate through multiple pathways. Chlorogenic acid, coffee's primary antioxidant compound, directly neutralizes reactive oxygen species that damage kidney cells and trigger inflammatory cascades. These antioxidants also activate cellular protective pathways, including the NRF2 system we discussed with green tea, creating enhanced resistance to oxidative stress within kidney tissue. Caffeine itself provides additional benefits through its action on adenosine receptors in kidney blood vessels. By blocking adenosine A1 receptors, caffeine causes kidney blood vessels to dilate, increasing blood flow and filtration rate. This improved circulation helps maintain healthy kidney function and may prevent the hyperfiltration damage seen with other beverages. However, coffee's impact varies significantly based on individual genetics. The CYP1A2 gene determines how quickly you metabolize caffeine, with variants creating fast or slow metabolizers. Fast metabolizers clear caffeine efficiently and generally experience more benefits with less risk. Slow metabolizers retain caffeine longer and may face higher risks from excessive consumption, experiencing anxiety, sleep disruption, or cardiovascular stress that could offset kidney benefits. The preparation method critically determines whether coffee functions as a kidney hero or potential threat. Black coffee provides maximum benefits while avoiding the mineral load from dairy creamers that can stress already compromised kidneys. Added sugars transform coffee into a sugar-sweetened beverage that triggers the kidney-damaging mechanisms we discussed earlier. Even artificial sweeteners may interfere with coffee's protective effects through their potential impact on kidney cellular function. Paper filters provide an additional layer of protection by removing cafestol and carwil, lipid compounds found in coffee oils that can raise cholesterol levels and potentially stress the cardiovascular system. French press, espresso, and metal filter methods allow these compounds to pass through, which may offset some of coffee's protective effects for individuals with existing cardiovascular concerns. Timing optimization enhances coffee's benefits while minimizing potential drawbacks. Consuming your last cup before 2 p.m. prevents caffeine from disrupting sleep quality, which indirectly supports kidney health through proper rest and recovery. Sleep disruption increases stress hormones like cortisol that can impair kidney function over time. The practical dosage appears to follow a dose-response relationship, with greater protection observed among those consuming 2 to 4 cups daily compared to lighter consumption. However, individual tolerance varies significantly based on genetics, overall health status, and sensitivity to caffeine's effects. The key is listening to your body. If coffee causes anxiety, jitteriness, or sleep disruption, you may be a slow caffeine metabolizer who benefits from reduced consumption. For individuals with existing kidney disease, coffee's benefits must be weighed against potential medication interactions and individual tolerance. Some kidney medications may be affected by caffeine, and fluid restrictions common in advanced kidney disease may limit coffee consumption. Always consult healthcare providers before making significant changes to coffee consumption if you have existing kidney concerns or take medications.